Welcome back, everybody. It's time for game number 2 of our second semi-final today. It's Revenge up against Team Dog. I'm Gods, joined by Zayuri, and right now, Revenge in a bit of trouble.
They certainly are. Game number 1, about an 18-minute match or so, maybe a little shorter than that, and Revenge. They tried an unconventional draft. They put AA solo mid, position 1 Wraith King, and it just straight up didn't work. Wraith King free farmed to his heart's desire, but Naga just farmed faster.
Yeah, Naga's kind of always going to farm fast, and that's where Revenge just didn't apply any pressure throughout the entire game. But this time around, they have first pick, and I feel like having first pick helps them out a lot. There's less heroes they need to ban. Also opens up the draft a lot more. We will, speaking of the draft, hop ourselves right in. It is time for game number 2.
Yeah, someone tweeted at me, said the T1 meta is not still alive. Somebody needs to let Revenge know. Ancient Apparition mid, doing that classic Dendy build. It was cool, but unfortunately didn't translate to a victory.
You're right, but this time around they get a Smash Invoker, one of his big heroes, so looking forward to see him play this. And that's where last game we saw him in an AA mid, and that was just complete, zero impact. What was the hero even put mid for? I feel like they could have done so much more with that draft. Even put a Sankey mid, because Sankey against the Naga Siren, you've got the classic finale, you can harass quite well, you're a decent bottle crow here, but like AA doesn't even benefit from bottle crowing. Like, you're putting a hero mid who doesn't go bottle. Like, that's just a big no-no.
Yeah, that just
apart from Invoker. Invoker's like the one mid hero. Are there any mid heroes that go mid that aren't bottle heroes apart from Invoker? Invoker sometimes does, not often. But...
Invoker,
even like an OD.
I was just gonna say OD.
He goes bottle most of the time.
Sometimes he's one that can get away without getting a bottle. Sometimes if there's
one of the ones that comes to mind for me is Viper, I guess.
Yeah,
not that he's a commonly picked mid hero. Like Naga Siren's much more common than that.
Viper doesn't really do so much with a bottle, that's for sure.
But
not many come to mind. So this draft looking a little more conventional. You mentioned that first pick Invoker. I think it was a smart pickup. Smash does play a mean Invoker. I'll be curious to see if he ends up going Quas Wex or goes for that Quas Exort. It kind of depends on how the rest of this draft will unfold. It could be a little bit more of a global strat based around that Sunstrike. We have seen that before where when available they'll try and grab a Bane, smart ban from Dog to ban it out. I think last time we saw Smash's Invoker it was an Exort. And they did have that setup like with a Nightmare, and then there might have been an AA as well, and then the Sunstrike, and it was surprisingly potent.
Yep. No. I think we'll hopefully see Revenge have a better game this time around. I think Smash on Invoker is definitely going to be much more suited to their playstyle. The AA, I mean, I don't think AA mid suits to anyone's playstyle, but they go back for a Venomancer, so it's not a support with a step, and this is where you're talking about those Sunstrikes. You do want some kind of a setup coming into play.
Yeah, absolutely. And Team Dog, they'll grab themselves Rubik with their 4th pick to complement their Centaur, Lifestealer, and Puck. They've got Infest Bombs, a nice staple mid-hero, and Team Dog feeling pretty confident in their Puck because it's pretty rare we see the Fairy Dragon picked so early on in the draft. A hero not immune to counter picks, but seeing an Invoker come out, I guess they feel pretty safe that they won't call some sort of an audible here, do like a safe lane Invoker, and then grab a TA. Looks like they've done their homework, and they know Revenge are maybe a little bit more one-dimensional in that sense, where Smash is their Invoker player. And I've never seen anyone else on Revenge play Invoker, but stands to reason I think they want him in mid on Invoker, and Dog will use that to their advantage to grab an early puck.
A lot of teams are running that safe lane Invoker, so yeah, I think it's a good point that like if you know the team only has one Invoker player and he's almost always mid, it does make him a lot more predictable. But we'll see what Revenge look to get with their other pick here. They still need another support. They go with the Sanking, so like, worked out. I don't mind the Sanking pick. He went for the Arcane Boots rush last game, which normally we see the jungle Sanking just go Brown Boots Blink deck because the Blink has no mana cost now, so you can just straight up rush it, which I think is the better build to go. But the Arcane Boots help out your team a little bit. But this time around, hopefully we see him just rush a Blink dagger.
10 seconds remaining.
Definitely agreed. And Venomancer, a pretty solid support hero as well. Pairs nicely with the Sand King. Like most good support duos, they complement each other's weaknesses. And perhaps Team Dog, this wouldn't be a bad game for a Rasta final pick here. They are on Dire. That makes Roche a little bit easier. And you can always use some more crowd controls.
Yeah, that's actually fits nicely. It gives them a bit of pushing power, which they kind of sorely lack right now. I think that's where you look at lineups, and you always want to have like at least one hero that's pretty useful for breaking towers. And last game you had your Leshrac, which didn't come into play, but Shadow Shaman, the old Rasta, always good. Lifestealer not a terrible hero just because he's got the magic immunity for when he's pounding on the tower, but apart from that, Doggy have no kind of Necrobook buyers and just lacking damage for towers.
Yeah, and it will be an Enchantress final ban from Revenge. Not a bad idea. They do run Enchantress from time to time, and she can be very scary with that early aggression, those early ganks. And Team Dog, as we saw in that last game, they're not afraid to turn up the juice early on and move around those lanes, put some pressure on the mid. So I understand the thought process, but still think Rasta is going to be a bit more potent here. Similar roles, though. Enchantress, of course, would give them some of that pushing edge. So still a smart ban from Revenge, I think.
Yep. No, I agree. And like you say, Doggy like to use those jungle heroes. Chen last game, they've used Enchantress in the past. So we'll see what Doggy get instead. They've got all their extra time pretty much left. Good minute and a half. No biggie. And they go Crystal Maiden. This is probably your misery CM. The original Midas CM. Not to say, I haven't seen him go Midas that much lately, but...
Yeah, that strat's fallen off a little bit, but
yes.
A very experienced Crystal Maiden player, no doubt about it. And
straight.
Wow, Revenge will do the TA. Yeah. Interesting.
We said they wouldn't, and they want to prove us wrong here.
They'll call Doggy's...
Wonder who's going to be... Is actually going to be smashing the TA, or do they even... Maybe they have another Invoker player that we don't know about.
Yeah, it's very possible. I've never seen someone else play the Invoker. That doesn't mean they don't have one. It will be smashed on the TA. So, all right, I had it wrong.
Offlane Invoker for Mihawk, it looks like. We may be seeing a Quaswex offlane Invoker.
Do you think he'll be offlane, or do you think he'll be safe lane with an aggro try?
Quite certainly offlane. Sanking, not a good offensive tri-lane hero, just benefits so much from having the jungle there. The other option is maybe you put the Mirana offlane, but I don't think you go offensive try.
Yeah, you don't really want Invoker in a tri lane if you can avoid it. He just needs experience so much more than other heroes that he's just not one that wants to share. He needs that solo XP, man.
Yep.
So very interesting though. I like the thought process from Revenge though. Like I said, they're gonna call Dog's bluff. Dog showing kind of just a little bit of confidence in that draft, a little bit of that cocky. Okay, you're gonna take Invoker. We know what you're up to. We're going to take Puck in your face. And Revenge say, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We've got some flexibility. We've got someone else that can handle the Invoker. Smash is going to give it to your Puck with this TA. And I like that side of sort of silent, non-verbal back and forth between the teams. Nice to see.
And TA being last pick, there's not really great counters or anything that good at dealing with the refraction either. So it's not like you can suddenly say, okay, they got a TA mid, let's put a dual lane mid against him. I mean, CM plus Lifestealer could do okay mid if they want to maybe put Puck in the safe lane, but... options are few for Dog as far as how they can mix things up and vary this draft of theirs.
Yeah, both teams will start off with the same strategy here. 5-man train into the opponent's jungle. And of course, both sides will walk away empty-handed in terms of kills. Some wards will come down. Looks like our Radiant team will block the pull camp here with a nice Observer ward. And the Dire, they'll just put down an Observer here on the high ground, give a little vision of the rune, and that access point into the jungle.
All right, well, we'll introduce our two teams, players, and roles, and it's going to be on the Radiant side, Team Revenge, looking to get some revenge here. Mihawk playing the Invoker. You can see Smash on the Templar Assassin. We've got Mirana. Benja's in the offlane at the time, being Sanking green. That's Mystico near the top river. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will be an offensive trial. And Venomancer Masoka, he's actually heading down bottom. So I think it's just going to be a straight-up Mirana offlane, but Sanking seems to be staying near the top lane. Sanking only with 3 Tangos. Like, you're at Sanking to begin with, and you only have 3 Tangos. That is not a good time to be offlaning.
Yeah, certainly
or
not.
If they're dodging an offensive trial lane, maybe it is.
Well, there will be a regeneration rune spawning here at the top position at the 0-0 mark. Mihawk already on the defensive as the aggro try from Team Dog kind of zone him out. They show their faces, and they are not afraid. They'll also get a lane ward down here as well. And that'll give them some nice vision into the lane, and certainly a sign that they want to be aggressive and they want to give this Invoker a run for his money. Now, on the Dire side of things, we do have Team Dog, and up in the top, we'll see Smuggalik on the solo safe lane Centaur, and he'll have his work cut out for him here. Burrow Strike, Arrow connects. I don't know that they'll have enough damage to take him down. Still hasn't grabbed a skill point yet. Nice path blocking from Mystico, but there's the Hoof Stomp. Creeps come in, and Smuggalik will just turn around and give him a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, nice choice to level up the Hoof Stomp there. I need it in case the Sanking kept chasing. Burrow Strike a pretty short cooldown in general, so could almost got another knock, but...
Yep. Yeah. So, continuing on with Team Dog here, we've got MSS in the mid lane on the solo Puck, and then we've got Fogged aggressively jungling on the Crystal Maiden now. Interesting to see Misery will be on the Rubik rather than the CM. He's in the bottom lane as well, supporting their position 1 Pycat, playing on the Lifestealer.
These lanes I feel Revenge will be pretty happy with. Like, I don't think they wanted to go Trial versus Trial at bottom. Sanking can kind of just go wherever he's... Actually, they will go Trial versus Trial bottom. He rotates all the way bottom lane, but he does not offer a whole lot in this actual fighting trial. He needs to try to get some levels experience, maybe use the pull here, but backs comes fogged, and they may be looking for a first blood here.
Yeah, Masoku in trouble. There's the open wounds. Rage already out. Gale connects onto Misery. Now in comes Fog. There's the Frostbite. Masoku will fall. Lifestealer will get the last hit, and the first blood comes out for Pycat. They'll minimize their losses here. Now they'll turn on to the Sand King. He'll eat some wand charges. They won't have enough to bring him down. And the port in from the Venomancer. He's already respawned, looking for a bit of vengeance here, and won't be able to find it. You know, I feel like this tri-lane, even before that first blood, already a victory for Dog. If you can force your opponents into a tri-lane around Invoker when you have a tri-lane around Lifestealer, it's pretty obvious which carry benefits more from that.
And the support Sand King offers. Now, this Sand King, he just got pulled another Tango here, but he was practically pushed out of this lane at this point. He can keep getting some teammates regen, but he's level 1, hits level 2 now. Until he's like level 3, he doesn't really offer much here, and we can see probably Team Dog go for another kill fairly soon if they want to.
Yeah, absolutely. This is already just looking a little bit rocky for revenge. TA might be able to dominate that mid lane, but not even really doing so. If we take a look at the last hits, Puck ahead by 2 CS, or, well, just 1 CS, but even breaking even that lane is a huge victory for the Fairy Dragon.
Yeah, Smash has just not been doing as well as he'd like to be doing. That goes in now. The TA doesn't start really pulling ahead hugely on the CS until you have, like, your bottle as well as level 2 refraction, which is kind of the case now, but we'll see once the Flying Courier getting upgraded is the big thing for the TA, because that's when you can just spam refraction for days and days.
Yeah, very true. And Courier will get upgraded straight away, so he can start bottle crowing, and maybe think that the scales will start to tip in her favor. But
Fog's still jungling. That's going to get him up to level 2, so we see the Arcane Aura come into play. That helps out, I mean, everyone. Puck at mid lane, the offensive tri-lane for Shorin. Probably to a much lesser extent. The Centaur only has Hoof Stomp.
Poor Fog. He doesn't get to finish off the Dark Troll Summoner, and now Sand King will find his way into a little bit of extra gold. That's just unfortunate. 10 hit points left.
Good experience at least for it.
Yeah,
it looks like.
Could have been worse, I suppose, but Sand King will luck out there.
Lifesteals come in here. If they get a lift here from the telekinesis, boots up on Misery here. Someone may go down. Masoku, nice little juke here, but Pycat, he knows which way he's going. He's going to find him through the trees and should get an open wounds off.
Pycat has phase boots as well.
Yeah,
Masoku's in big trouble.
He's saving the open wounds here, hoping, there we go. He'll throw it now with the Rage underneath the tower, so nothing Invoker can do. Has a Cold Snap when the Rage wears off. May look to do so. Under the tower here, Pycat, he phases through. Nice use of the phase boots there. Saved him for the escape. And
Misery. He may get sandwiched.
There's no Cold Snap at least. There is a Tornado.
10 seconds. If you connect to the Tornado, maybe they can set something up. A Burrow Strike is available, but Sand King's very weak. He'll salve up, and Misery just walks away. So Dog get another kill on the board, and actually Rubik gets the last hit, but still, this Lifestealer, man, he is top in the charts. Actually second to that of the TA, but he's still in great shape.
Yes. Oh, no, well, as far as CS goes, he's like, you're looking at net worth.
I glanced at net worth.
Okay,
yeah,
that's, from the kills. But yeah, as far as farm goes, he's doing okay, 15 CS.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting the kills there helps him out as far as actual net worth goes.
How's this offlane doing? We haven't talked about Smogalig versus Benjaz, and it appears to be reasonably even. 11-0 on the Centaur, and Potom is...
Yeah, Centaur fairly behind on CS, but a pretty uneventful lane. Unless we see some like skill shot arrows coming out from Arana, don't expect too much to happen here, or rotations.
Yep, down bottom, Fog will start off with a Frostbite onto Masoku. Pycat coming in. The open wounds, not quite yet, but does use the Rage. Wow, he'll pay for it.
That was really smart by Veno. Hiding in the trees, trapping the Lifestealer, and he used his phase boot trace. It was on cooldown. Fog now looking to TP out. Burrow Strike on cooldown. No Tornado, no Cold Snap, but really smart play by Veno. Using that spot to his advantage, completely trapping Pycat, and that's actually a really nice kill for revenge. Helps get them back in this bottom lane at least.
Misery actually in a little bit of trouble here. TA came around, wanted to cut him off, and a nice play from Misery to, instead of taking this path down where TA was, he got the vision, went this way, moved into a spot in the trees, and was able to port back. A very safe play, but does survive.
Ben just goes for some treads here. I'm a big fan of the treads, Marana.
Oh, Mihawk initiated on down bottom. He'll go ahead and invoke himself some Ghost Walk, and he'll survive.
That's the end of his mana, though.
Yep.
200 mana for Ghost Walk is just so taxing on your mana pool.
Ooh. Well, I guess he'd trade 200 mana for safety and not getting picked off.
Sand King comes top. Marana just using the leap to get away here. It looks like they do want to go for a kill on Smol.
Smooglig. The question
like saying from Lord of the Rings, his name.
Yeah. The question is, can they secure this kill, though?
The arrow it didn't come just off the mark.
Just a little
Marana
bit
didn't
late.
have the line for it, and the problem was Leap was also on cooldown. He's going to try to go back and actually temps things with the Stampede.
He thought about it, but
wasn't actually needed out of the lane. That was just for himself. So
yeah, he's got 3 points in double edge, so can do a lot of burst damage, but it probably would have been to his own demise. So decides not to be greedy, will not give in to temptation, and just kind of waste that ultimate cooldown a little bit.
Well, unfortunately, they don't get the kill. That wasn't really Benj's fault. If anything, it's more. I think Mystico should have been more patient. Either wait for the leap to come up, or wait for Moran to be in a better position for the arrow, because if you have the leap, it's fine. You leap in, so you get a better line for the arrow, and it doesn't matter. But he was the creeps were completely blocking his line of arrow.
Yeah.
Line of arrow sight. I don't think you say line of sight.
It's not line of sight. You can see it, but I
don't know what the right trajectory, I guess.
Trajectory. There you go. Every time someone says trajectory, I think of that game Pocket Tanks. You know, the trajectory of your your arc. But Puck's still holding his own in the mid lane. Only 5-6 CS behind that of Smash. TA starting to pull ahead a little bit, but still, Puck is doing more than holding his own. Bottom tier 1 tower falls in favor of Team Dog.
B-Hawk top lane.
Forced to invoke Ghost Walk once again, and
Hooligan some trouble here. Gets a 2-hero stun. The double edge going to come in as well. He may pay for this with his life. It looks like the Starfall will finish him off. Dreamcoil gets used that instantly stuns Benches on the leap, and the chase is now on. Puck has no ult for 5 seconds. Needs one more right click. I think he's going to go chasing for this one.
Double damage rune on as well.
No, decides against it. Doesn't want to go diving in the tower. Comes back because Venomancer's shown up. Falk going to pay for this one. Looking for the hit deny. Well, I think.
Get it.
Oh yeah, he did get the deny.
And gets the kill. Yeah, look at that. That's the power of that double damage. That made that pretty much the easiest deny I think MSS will find this game.
Yeah. Nicely played. Got a Crystal Nova off before he went down as well. And well, Moran and Benjes did escape there, but it's not really much for Revenge to be too happy about.
Yeah, in the mid lane, Smash engaging onto Misery. He does get telekinesed back. He'll dive this tower. Misery is in big trouble here. Meldstrike doing a lot of damage. Refraction making this an easy kill. Smash knows what he's doing. And now, meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Green's in some trouble. Rage comes out on the Lifestealer. Tornado flies, but Sand King just still in big doo-doo.
Invis may save his life. Pycat cops a 5-second arrow. The Starfall almost going to be enough to finish off nicely from Benjes. Leaping forward here. Pycat going to go down, and is Smug in trouble. He gets stunned up once, and there's going to be Smash showing up as well for the kill. Invoker gets a double at bottom lane. Revenge suddenly back in this, and if anything, looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, Dog get punished hard for that overcommitment. They do still have a gold lead because they got that tier 1 tower. Experience graph starting to close, and Revenge with a real sign of life. That will be a Hand of Midas now coming out on the Templar Assassin.
Yeah, uses it once for a big creep, and we're good to go. We're online. Invoker suddenly up to 1,200 gold. Probably see like a standard drums, like your standard Quaswex is like a drums 4-staff into Hex type build. Normally you get the phase boots, which he doesn't have. I think you should still go back for him, even though it is going to be 9 minutes in. It's still worth getting those, but
yeah, especially since the Lifestealer has his phase boots as well.
Oh yeah, you need movement speed stacked up. That's why you go with like the drums and the 4-staff, because it's all about mobility.
Now, up top, we'll see Initiation. Sand King, open wounds, Rage already on. A 3-man coil from Puck. That'll secure the kill on the Sand King. Now Smash and Benjaz could be in some trouble, or perhaps not. Pycat takes a lot of damage, will infest a Radiant creep, so he'll be safe for now. But Puck won't be so lucky. Phase Shift buys him some time. One more right click ought to do it. Maybe he'll get away.
This will be a dead Rubik. Perhaps TA not going to keep chasing that one. Maybe Pycat actually popping out with the Crystal Maiden. Could look to turn this around here. Smash needs to be careful. Arrow off the mark, and Smash is going to be let free. Stampede being used, and that's not to re-engage.
It's an odd Stampede.
Oh, bottom lane, that's what's going on.
Oh.
Invoker. Going to be okay here. I'm not sure if the hoof stomp missed, or I think he maybe just got out with using... He used the Tornado and the Cold Snap to help him out, so...
Yeah. So top tier 1 tower will be denied by Benjaz. A bit of a failed push from Team Dog, but they still clear out another tier 1 tower. And could have been a lot worse for sure. Puck survives, so that means he gets to grab his Blink Dagger, and Lifestealer survives as well, translating to his Hand of Midas. So a later Midas, but he was off to such a good start that 10 minutes ain't too shabby considering he's got a Magic Wand and Phase Boots already complete.
Yeah, this Centaur not farming all too well, so we're not going to see a Blink on him anytime soon. But having the Puck have one kind of makes up for that. You've got at least some initiation from your team. And that's what you want, especially when Revenge are trying to push down towers. This is just a 2-3-man push, and if Puck gets his coil up in 5 seconds, he has it. We could see a possible engagement here. MSS, he's smoked up, and he's ready to go. Goes in with a silent... Oh, using it to harass. He actually all backwards there. Sentinel comes in now, won't get a stun off as he gets immediately burrow striked up. Smash now caught in the Dream Call, has Refraction 2 seconds, will look to pop it immediately. Does he go back in here? I think he wants to. The Sentinel's low already. Smash will be actually just on the run here. Pops the Meld, he's trying to hide, but there's a Sentry Ward giving vision. Now the Invoker throws it down to the Tornado, not quite enough here. A lot of Plague Wards here, giving a nice little ward as well as buffer zone for Revenge, and that's going to prevent Dog from actually being able to inflict too much extra damage in this team fight. Yeah,
Revenge have 2 very low health heroes on that Venomancer and Sand King, but they'll both scoot away. Dog doing a lot more damage in that fight, but just couldn't finish off those last few kills. They did bring down the Templar Assassin, and a good exchange for Team Dog. Centaur for the solo mid TA. She was starting to pick up a lot of momentum. She is the Midas carrier, so a much needed kill to slow her down.
Yeah, TA just on the front line is just a bit too squishy, even with the multiple refractors there. Not having treads, not having drums.
To be fair, Misery did telekinesis her up to the high ground in range of the tower,
yes.
so there was some trickery afoot there. It wasn't just poor positioning, but yeah, still a bit too far forward to allow himself to get telekinesis.
Even having a phase boots there for the movement speed burst may have helped him out to at least get away. But
definitely.
Hey, once again, it's Centaur going down, so this Blink Dagger is just nowhere in sight at all. We're looking like well beyond 15 minutes at this point for a Blink on Centaur.
Yeah, probably 18 or so if he doesn't die again, but only 800 in savings. Revenge, they really want this tier 1 tower mid, though. They will commit to it. They will secure the kill. Well, maybe not. Glyph comes out. Can they get a deny? Let's see. What does Misery steal? Gets himself Psionic Trap. Not too bad. Invoker gets the last hit on the tower. Nice use of that EMP to zone out the puck as well.
Yep. Time Pycat farming away at top lane. He's gone back for a Bracer after his phase Midas. Went for the Midas second, but you obviously want the fast phase boots to just control your lane, push heroes away, and get all those kills that he did. So goes back for the farming item. We'll go back for a drums. May see just like a ultra kind of mobility phase drums, Sanjin Yasha type build from him, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, definitely. Now, pretty standard.
Oh, that's for a second I thought it was a Dire hero with where he was positioned. He's going to leech his XP. I don't know if he's so AAC like this one here.
This is cheeky, but very risky. I feel like this is one of these, even if it works, the risk is still not worth the return here. Yeah, you get a little bit of experience, but if Pycat catches him, that's just a free kill. I mean, he's got a TP scroll, but Pycat, he hits decently hard. Masoku will be rewarded by
Is he going to leech his small camp too? No, he won't. He could leech this as well.
Yeah.
That's one of those things, if you're watching your XP bar, Pycat could have figured it out, but he probably would have just assumed, oh, someone's invis here.
Yeah. So again, it's one of those. Yeah, Masoku doesn't get punished, but that's one of the, even if you get away with that, 9 times out of 10, that one time you just look like such a dope. Misery in the mid lane. In some trouble.
I don't think it's going to save his life. Not with the cold snap there yet. TA smashing the last hit as well.
TA is picking up some serious momentum.
He's got his drums once he uses his Midas, I believe, and he's going to head up into the jungle and look to use that, I think.
Yep, drums complete on the Lifestealer, still not delivered from the courier. Fogged will get a nice sentry ward down and does pick up a ward kill.
Oh.
Gale onto Pycat.
His top lane could be trouble here because TA's rotating in from behind. Probably want to find the CM first, although Frostbite is online. But with the Invoker, EMP, Tornado, Cold Snap,
Dire's top tower.
CM going to be the one they go on.
And Fogged is the target of choice. He'll take some damage. There's the Tornado, and oh wow, those side blades doing a lot of damage as well. MSS taking heavy damage. Arrow hits Pycat, but he rages, and it'll be just fine for now. He's forced to go on the back foot though. Dream Coil comes out from MSS, but it's a defensive Dream Coil. Mirana actually breaks the tether.
Yeah.
They'll be forced to watch their tier 1 tower die up top. Revenge with some serious momentum here, gods.
Yeah. That arrow coming in just like maybe a second too soon with the rage still on. That would have been a really nice kill to be getting on Pycat on the Lifestealer. But like you say, Revenge have momentum in their favor, and it's not the Smash Invoker we're expecting. It's Smash TA leading the way. He's got his drums up at base for now. We'll see if they get brought back anytime soon. But all in all, Team Dog looking really good here.
Yeah.
Sorry, Team Revenge looking really good. Dog, they're not out of it. Gold graph back to even. They did have about a 3k gold lead, but Revenge have Dog's number for the last at least 5 minutes of this game.
Yeah, it really is an even game at this point. Experience just barely in favor of Revenge. So Dog are still in it. It's not over, but we've got an even game on our hands. A nice change of pace from game 1, which was notably one-sided. Now the real question, gods, is who has the carry advantage here? Like if this game goes on, continues to stay even, will this Lifestealer really be able to outcarry this TA, or...
I think Revenge have the advantage. Just their dual call of Invoker, well, Tricore almost. Invoker, TA, and Mirana. I mean, you kite around the Lifestealer. TA has tons of physical damage and minus armor to go through the Lifestealer survivability. And Lifestealer's backup is a puck, really. Like, you don't have great backup. Like, Sanking is, like, Burrow Strike is kind of on par to some extent to a puck. Not quite the, you don't have the silence and the lockdown, but I think Revenge have the better late game.
Yeah, we keep talking about this Centaur not having a blink anytime soon, but Mystico not close to his either. Fogged is in big trouble. He'll walk right into Revenge as they're smoked up, but there will be
arrow
support
to MSS. That's a 5-second arrow as well. They need to turn around and kill him off here. They're not going to actually really won't get the phase shift off, and now Pycat's going to maybe be the next target here. Smash hits him with a meld strike. Infest into Misery, but I don't even know if Misery's going to stay alive. Luckily, he dodges the Starstorm, but the physical damage will be enough. Pycat pops out. He's 3 seconds away from a rage, and the arrow not going to hit, but Invoker gets the last hit. 4 heroes down, may become 5 if they can get this Centaur. He gets thrown up in the air by the Tornado, and now the chase is on. They'll go for Small Gulik. Smash going to get a Meld Strike. That's a team wipe here. CM the only one standing, but that CM has already died and respawned.
That was a 5-0.
Wow. And
Revenge looking fierce. That was, I mean, wow. I mean, they did smoke up. They caught the CM a little bit off guard, but after that, it was just good execution.
Catch a CM, you don't normally think, oh, we caught CM, now the team fight's in the bad guys. Like, you're still against a Puck Centaur Lifestealer.
They just have a lot of damage and a lot of control as well. This Quaspike Invoker proving to be so valuable. Mihawk, well, looks like Revenge have another good Invoker player. He has been on point with these Tornadoes, EMPs, and Cold Snaps.
Yeah, it's also a great... I feel like Dog somewhat picked into it. Like, picking heroes like Centaur, who's very mana-dependent against an EMP Invoker.
Yeah.
Lifestealer obviously can rage before the EMP hits, but it forces him to rage really early in a team fight.
And right before that fight, I was going to say, well, you know, the Centaur doesn't have his Blink, but Sand King, his farm's not that great either. Following that fight, Sand King got a huge burst of gold. He got the last hit on the Rubik, and, well, there's his shiny new Blink Dagger. Now, Centaur, he's not too far off the mark either, about 1,950 gold, but say goodbye to your mana. Yeah.
It's not 3 charge. He got enough for it. He has enough for a Blink stun, I guess.
Oh, there you go.
Invoker, what is this build? I was about to say, I saw that EMP, and I was like, that EMP did not drain much mana. What? The 5 Quecks, 3 Wex build?
Quecks. 5 Quecks. Yeah, 5 Quasses.
Normally you go way heavier on the Wex here, because that mana burn, it scales like pretty well. Like your Quas just what? It makes your Cold Snap do more.
Yeah.
It makes your Tornado hold people in the air and do a bit more damage, but...
The travel distance that gets buffed up from Wex.
I've never seen this from an Invoker, I don't...
Strange. I mean, it seems to be working right now, but oh, here we go. Smoke from Team Dog. Misery will get scattered out. Does get connected on by Veil.
He blinked in and completely whiffed the stun on Mihawk. This could loosen the fight here. They will get the kill on the Sand King, who blinked in himself. Small Gulik taking a lot of damage here. Mihawk still not out of this one. Forced up to the low ground. Great play from him. It's a Crystal Maiden. Freezing Field turning the fight around, though. They've killed off 1 or 2. Smash now going to try and fight. Hold his ground here. Pycat.
Double damage on the TA.
Yeah, that's trouble.
Oh, Puck will be able to hop back, and maybe they'll survive for now. Arrow. Smash, he wants to pursue. Arrow connects on MSS. That'll be an easy kill for Smash. He obliterates him. Now Misery could be the target of choice. No, Smash tries to pour it out. They'll continue to go blow for blow. Pycat, he'll stand his ground. The telekinesis, Pycat barely survives. 35 hit points as he walks behind the tower. And now Mihawk, 35 hit points as well. Throws the Tornado. Puck will have a blink in 2 seconds. Maybe they can finish off this Invoker. Oh.
MSS, the Arrow Magnet.
Wow.
Please.
That's 2 heroes that walk away with 30 hit points, but Team Dog, at least they get a kill on the TA, pardon me, get a little bit of momentum back. Wow.
What a crazy wacky fight, though. Oh, Sand King looking for a Blink Burrow Strike at mid lane. I think he didn't get an epicenter off. To me, that was Mystico not doing enough in that fight with his Blink Dagger up. Like, he went in and just died way too fast. I think Puck actually caught him with the silence, and
yeah, he didn't even use the epicenter there. Yeah, that was one of those. You need to stay back once you have your Blink Dagger, hide in the trees, and if you could have channeled an epicenter and blinked in, that would have been a very convincing fight for Revenge.
Yeah, and TA probably regretting going in. Even though he got the kill on the Puck, he paid for it with his own life. He's going to have a BKB soon, which is what he wished he had there, because then he could have gone in for those kills, but hey, not in his favor. Oh, Venno, what? Oh, what? You can't go warding on your own like that. This will be easy picking.
That is the antithesis of a value ward. That was the, I'm going to put this ward down when they're all standing there, I'll get killed, and then instantly counter-warded. Yes. Very unfortunate. That's a fair misplay there. Yeah, that is one demerit, Venno. Wow. So, well, Dog get tossed a bone right there. Literally. No, not literally. Figuratively, but it was an intentional pun.
Yep.
Armlet close to completion on Pycat, which is good news. And it looks like Masoku working towards a mech on that Venomancer.
Okay. That's something that will actually help them a lot in these fights that I feel like they really do need. Just to help out the TA, give them a bit of extra survivability, and just in general, like, it's going to give them a much bigger teamfight presence.
Yeah, absolutely. So 16-11, glancing at the gold graph, Revenge still ahead by about 4,000 gold, 4,000 experience. Dog have kind of plateaued it for now, and the farming chart's still going the way of TA, about 1,000, 1,200 or so ahead of this Lifestealer. And Smash is still scary. That BKB is now complete, as you were mentioning. And this next fight will be that much more difficult for Team Dog. But uh-oh, around the backside, Mihawk gets caught. The Blink Dagger from Smuggling to start it off. But there's the arrow, connects on Misery. And Rubik will be the first to fall. EMP off the mark, but in comes the Infest Bomb from Puck. Doing a fair bit of damage here.
Oh, Puck, Lifesteal actually wasn't infested. It was just the Puck on his own. He didn't quite do enough damage here. The Tornado not going to hit the Lifesteal. He does get the Rage off. Dreamcoil gets thrown down, but this is purely defensive. And with a BKB, Smash wants Pycat. Pycat does have the Infest now. We use it to escape with the Puck. This arrow, for once, does not get magnetized to the Puck. And Puck will make his way out of there. And
minimize their losses. Only a dead Rubik, but yeah, I guess that wasn't an Infest Bomb. That's my bad. I thought I saw the little mark.
If it was, and like they could have caught out the Invoker or something with that, would have been a nice little pickup. And now it may be an Infest Bomb because he's still infested, and I guess he's too low on HP to fight though.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Well, we'll see.
Team Dog's still in trouble. Not out of the clear quite yet. Another arrow will fly, and oh, it actually connects with Smuggling. Oh boy, this Mirana has just been on point with these arrows. I don't know if it's Ben Jazz throwing like Shaquille O'Neal style arrows, or if it's Team Dog just getting in the way of those arrows.
You need to work on your basketball references.
Yeah, I guess
that guy.
he's bad
have you seen that guy shoot free throws? Yeah.
That was about the worst basketball player I could have chosen.
Is there anyone in like the history of basketball with like a worse free throw percentage?
Okay, I should have said Kobe. They'll get a return kill on Masoku, but maybe Pycat. Nope, he'll survive, but still, TA just laying into him.
You call yourself American.
Oh, boy.
Mash is going. He's trying to smash through some dire heroes.
He's got a haste screen on.
Oh, Blink! Burrow Strike! Epicenter catches out 3-4 heroes. They kill off 3 immediately. Fog the only survivor. I don't think the stun
is that an Earthquake, Gods? Oh wait, no, it's just a Sand King.
I'm having some like Viet Cong flashbacks right now after that one.
That was
pretty casting and like, whoa, what's going on? Shaking.
The do is real. Mystico with the plays.
Yeah, not bad.
That could translate to a Roche kill here as well. With 3 dead, they'll move right in, and I see no reason why they can't just finish him off.
Be a bit slow. Smash only has 1 Meld Strike left, which is actually a bit of a worry. I think he needs a bit more mana for this one. He'll use it right away. Venomancer will come in. Actually, Arcane Boots is there, so this will help him out. This will guarantee Roche.
Uh-oh, Fog, he'll walk right into it. Arrow will fly, connects onto Roche. Fog slowed by the Venomancer. Now Mirana joining the party. He gets Cold Snap. That'll end up just being a feed, and Roche still falls anyhow. TA picks it up. Centaur blinks
as well.
in.
Smashes BKB. Possibly has an Aegis as well now, so Small can't actually finish him off, and that is a feed coming in from Small.
I think he was hoping for an Aegis snatch there, but just mistimes it.
That's a Bambo play. That's what we call that. I mean, whether that worked or not, either way, it's a Bambo play.
Yeah, and the tier 2 down bottom fell that Sankey was able to finish off. So that was just, I mean, we're going to see this golden experience graph jump for Revenge. They got 2 free kills, a tier 2 tower kill, and Roshan after that successful engage.
This game is exactly what my issue with Dog is. Like, they can be so amazing, but then they had the game like this where they were ahead early game. Like, their early game, they were crushing the bottom lane with their offensive trailing, but some throws, some feeds, not so much throws, like I think that's too strong a word, but just a few unnecessary feeds, and they take unnecessary risks is the big issue.
Yes. Oh, speaking of unnecessary risk, Masoku, he'll just walk into the danger zone. They actually put the Dream Coil for that as well.
Yeah, it was TPing. I think Puck wasn't just even someone underestimated his own damage output with the Lifestealer Infest.
Yeah, I mean, there is an armlet up on the Lifestealer, so he does hit reasonably hard. I think they hit more than enough damage, but not the end of the world. Dream Coil is not the longest of cooldowns. It'll be up in a minute. And they may not need it until then. But I think it's a combination of Dog getting a bit hyper-aggressive after their good start, and then also Revenge really tightening up and playing well in this game relative to last game. You know, after that rough laning stage, I thought this Invoker was going to be piss poor, but he's really turned things around, and they opened up a lot of space for this Mirana, who's actually pretty scary. Power Treads, Aquila, Drum of Endurance, and a Manta Style at 25 minutes is not so bad for a Priestess of the Moon. Not
bad at all. And more benches. Yeah, picks up a TP scroll, and he's going to move his way out and look towards maybe something like a Desolator picked up as his next time, so next time have some damage up to go with this. But Revenge, they scale well to the late game. They'll have a Hex on the Invoker in like 2k gold, which sounds like a lot, but with the way fights are going now, that's even just 4 or 5 minutes times. The Hex will help a lot against the Puck as well as Lifesteal, because Puck is a Ghost Scepter now to stay alive against the TA, but you Hex the Puck, you can bring down and kill the Puck easy enough.
And Revenge, let's see, do they want to press forward? I thought they were going to group up and try and knock down this tier 2 tower mid, but they just don't have to force it right now.
Yep.
Looks like, is that a Yule's coming out for the Invoker? Well, it could be a Sheep as well. He's got that casual
I think
Void
it's the
Stone.
Sheep. Normally you see this is at least the build that Resolution likes to go on his class Wex, and it's always the drums 4-star Sheep. You don't really need a Yule's, like you don't have the Yule's into any sort of damage output because Exalt gives you all your damage spells.
Yeah, it's just the race card build basically. You get all the movement speed and then your Quas Wex, so you're already pretty speedy. But yeah, you're right. Definitely not.
I think gonna hit Misery.
No
follow-up. Oh, there's a disconnect from the Venomancer, but they want to fight this anyways. Do they want to pause? I don't know if they saw that Veno DC'd. Oh, they're gonna fight it out anyways. Puck hits a Dream Call on multiple heroes. They're still playing this one out. Now the pause comes.
Veno's just hightailing it back towards the well.
That took him a long time to realize though.
Fuck.
Yeah. They're still looking okay here. Smash has an Aegis as well as a BKB. Like end of the day, And also, I don't think Dog realized just how far away Venomancer is.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not that Veno is DC'd, it's that once he gets DC'd, he automatically starts working back towards the well. So it's not that they're fighting 4v5 as much as now that he reconnects, Masoku is just in an awful position.
He has almost got his mech, so that's only 200 gold away. He's going to reconnect and be like, guys, what happened? Why the hell didn't you pause sooner?
Yeah.
Like, that's one of those. That's a weird thing too, because normally like you're on Skype together and like you immediately say like pause the game.
The only thing it could be is if his internet flashed for a moment, so Skype also messed up. That's the only scenario where that would be an issue. But there we go. We'll resume right into the
Smash goes down. They're not even, Smash isn't even worried. He's just still going high ground here, forcing heroes back. Similarly for the Invoker, looks like Dog are just going to lay off, and that's not a courtesy thing, because like, oh, you're Veno DC'd, let's back off. That's a, oh shit, we cannot fight you. Let's back off. And TA now has a Desolator. Oh my, it's just disgusting farm from Smash.
And Dog just have nothing to deal with this Desolator. They don't have that many high armor heroes either.
Plate Mail on your Life Stealer, like Ghost Scepter on Puck, but this isn't ways of dealing with TA. This is just ways of kind of staying alive a little longer.
Yeah, I mean 3 armor on the Rubik, CM with 7. Puck with 6, Centaur with 9. Yeah, this Desolator is going to cut through this team like butter. Lifestealer is the only one that'll sort of be able to stand his ground.
What?
And whoa!
Oh, the offensive force stuff. That was the Invoker forcing him to the low ground. Really cute play coming out from Mihawk.
And now they can just break high ground. I mean, there's a glyph available. And okay, maybe they can't break it. They'll do considerable damage to this tier 3 tower. And with
may just straight up die.
Yeah, with an Aegis still on Smash,
he may need a BKB. He refracts the orb, and Centaur doesn't want to really go in while the refraction's there, because he'll block a lot of the damage. Goes for the Invoker here. Can't actually get a force off. Invoker goes down before the fights even began. TA now looking to kill some heroes with the BKB. Smoogler going to be the first one he targets. Next is going to be maybe the Lifestealer, actually. Pycat in all sorts of trouble. The Meld attack actually doing not as much damage as I thought it would, but the Plate Mail helping him out. He still goes down regardless. Rubik gets 2-shotted there. Buybacks galore, though. Dog going to take this fight. Smash still has Aegis, though. He's going to maybe turn this one around. He needs a Sand King Blink Burrow Strike because he doesn't have a BKB here. Could be in some trouble. Sand King, do your thing. CM freezing field here. The Burrow Strike not really doing enough. TA on the run now. Doesn't have a Refract up. Meld is well online. Still trying to fight here. Just goes into the hiding.
Yeah, Invoker bought back as well. He's rejoining the party. And can Revenge take this? Centaur taking so much damage. Smash is low. They'll have Refraction coming up in just a few seconds here, but they'll turn it around onto Pycat. A nice stun. Misery steals it, though. Now they'll finish off the Sand King. Pycat in trouble. He falls to the wrath of the Desolator. The mech comes out for Masoku. That'll pick up his good buddy Templar Assassin.
JJ!
Dogs say, that's enough. Put me in the kennel. We're tapping out. It's going to game 3, gods.
Whew. Alrighty.
Wow. So back-to-back best of 3s going to game 3. That's always exciting.
Yeah, and this is the one we predicted to be a lot closer, and it didn't look that way in game number 1, but Revenge, they bounce back, get a pick they're more comfortable with. In game 3, well, it's once again Dog having the first pick, so the draft stage is going to be a lot harder for Revenge, but hey, they're going to be happy just to be going to a game number 3 at this point.
Yeah, especially after how rough that game 1 was. Very impressive, and this seems to be the story of today, where first game, very convincing, game 2 is much more even, and the opposition wins, and we'll see if we can have a repeat where Dog just make quick work of him in game 3, or perhaps Revenge can take the series and knock Dog down into the losers bracket.
What's your prediction for game 3? Who are your rares on?
I was going to say Dog after that game 1, but I really like the way Revenge drafted this game. Like we talked about when they got in that really early Puck pick and then that last pick TA, switching things up, showing Dog that they're a lot more flexible than they assumed. Those are the kind of cheeky things I think Revenge need to do if they want to take game 3. But it's really going to come down to the draft.
Yeah. I think that's where if Dog do have first pick in the final game, I give them an edge. Like I would pick them just because they seem to be hard to draft against, because like you have to ban the Naga, there's all these other heroes you want to ban against them. This game around, the Invoker was left in the pool, and that really worked in their favor. But if you leave Invoker, then Dog take it up. So
yeah,
they're hard to draft against.
All right, well, game 3. This will be our last match of the day.
Yep. Let's go to a quick break, guys. When we come back, game 3, it's Revenge versus Team Dog to see who's going to advance to the winning bracket finals and meet EG. Stay tuned.